Okay.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I'm going to read it from the NIV. Amen. All right, here we go. The angels of the Lord arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. When he saw them, he got up to meet them and bowed down with his face to the ground. My lords, he said, please turn aside to your servant's house. You can wash your feet and spend the night and then go on your way early in the morning. No, they answered. We will spend the night in the square. But he insisted so strongly that they did go with him and entered his house. He prepared a meal for them, baking bread without yeast, and they ate. Before they had gone to bed, all the men of every part of the city of Sodom, both young and old, surrounded the house. They called to Lot, where are these men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so we can have sex with them.
That's right. That's right.
Lot went outside to meet them and shut the door behind them and said, no, my friends, don't do this wicked thing. Look, I got 2 daughters. They've never slept with a man. Let me bring them out to you, and you can do whatever you want with them. But don't do anything to these men, for they have come under the protection of my roof.
That's right.
Get out of our way, they replied. This fella came here as a foreigner, and now he wants to play the judge. We'll treat you worse than them. They kept bringing pressure on Lot and moved forward to break down the door. But the men inside reached out and pulled Lot back in the house, and he shut the door. Then they struck the men that were on the other side of the house, young and old, with blindness, so they could not find the door. The 2 men said to Lot, do you have anyone else here? Sons-in-laws, daughters, or sons, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of here, because we are going to destroy this place. The outcry of the Lord against his people is so great that he has sent us to destroy it. So Lot went out and spoke to his son-in-laws who had pledged to marry his daughters. He said, look, hurry and get out of this place, because the Lord is about to destroy the city. But the son-in-laws, they thought he was joking. When the coming of dawn, the angels urged Lot, saying, hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, you will be swept away with the city in punishment. When he hesitated, the man grasped his hand, and his hands of his wife and 2 daughters, and led them safely out of the city. For the Lord was merciful to them. And as soon as he had brought them out, and he said, flee for your lives. Don't look back.
That's right.
And don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away. But Lot said to them, no, my Lord, please, your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have shown great kindness to me and spared my life. But I can't flee to the mountains. I can't flee to the mountains. This desire will overtake me, and I'll die. Look here, in a town nearby, look here is a town near enough to run to, and it's small. And it's small. Let me flee to it. Let me flee to it. It is very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared. He said to him, all right, very well. I'll grant you a request. I will not overthrow the town you speak of, but flee there real quick. Go on and go there. Because I cannot do anything until you reach it. That's why the town is called Zor. By the time Lot reached Zor, the sun had risen over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Thus he overthrew these cities and the entire plain, destroying all those living in the cities. and also the vegetation in the land. But Lot's wife, she looked back and became a pillar of salt. Told you it was pretty lit. But I come to ask you this morning to tell you, don't melt, go to the mountain. We've been encouraged so much to stay in sync. You can do this thing. We've been encouraged all weekend long. But don't stay right here. So, in this story, Lot, he was a gatekeeper. He had a position in the city. As a matter of fact, before we even get to Sodom and Gomorrah, he was separated from his uncle Abraham. Y'all remember that story? Right. So Abraham said, okay, Lot, you pick wherever you want to go. Right. Go. The land is yours. Go. Right. You go your way, I'm going to go mine. Because we're just growing too much. It's just too many of us. So you take your people, y'all go your way, we're going to go out. So Lot decided, I'm going to go over here in this town where it's flourishing, where it looks like it's flourishing. He didn't realize over in Sodom and Gomorrah, it was a hellish town. They was doing any and everything they could do under the sun. But when Lot got there, he and his wife got comfortable. Decided to have some children over there. You know, sometimes we go places and we get comfortable, and then that place becomes what we are. Instead of we going there to make a difference, it becomes what we are. I've been there. I went to a job and I went to the interview. I did real good on the interview. Got the job, but by the time I got the job and I was there about 2 weeks, I started acting like them. You know we get part of our environment. When we were sent there to make a difference, but we go and... So Lot became comfortable where he was. And he became a judge at the gate. So his job was to check the people when they came in. Okay? So he noticed these guys come in, and these guys were sent from the Lord because Abraham had been praying. Right. He prayed for Sodom and Gomorrah. He said, Lord, don't destroy the town. Look, I got my nephew over there. Got some praying my peeps over there. Don't destroy them. Don't destroy my peeps. So Abraham said, look, if you find 50 of them, right. 50 that love you, Lord, don't destroy it. Right. I said, okay, I find 50. You ain't find 50. Right. Okay? He brought it all the way down to find the 10. Right. Couldn't even find 10 people. God said, I'm going to go destroy it. Got to get rid of Sodom. I got to get rid of this place. So, he sent some angels to Lot. He sent some angels, and Lot said, I tell you what, won't y'all look like some nice people. Come and stay at my house. Right. Angel said, nah, we're going to stay out here in the city. We don't even want to be a part of you. We just want to come and do what we come to do. And that's one of our topics, one of our speakers talked about yesterday. Minding your business. They just wanted to do what they come to do. Yes. So, when they came to the city to do what they come to do, Lot said, come stay at my house. Then we don't want to stay at your house. Yeah, stay at my house. Okay, we'll stay at your house. Lot said, well, since they at my house, I'm going to feed them. Okay. I'm going to give them something good to eat. Don't y'all do that too? Yeah. When somebody come in the house, first thing you do, you want something to eat? Yeah. I know I do. So, Lot fed the boys, right? He fed the boys. But we got to take care of angels. So Hebrews talks about do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers. Right. For by doing so, you don't know that you entertain angels. So I took those speakers that we had yesterday, they were angels. Yeah. They came to tell us some things. Yeah. And so we have to take heed to those things that they told us. Yes. So they're telling us, they told us, look, come on, get this thing in sync, get this thing right. Come on, sis, we can do this. Yes. So our angels came and they spoke to us yesterday. Didn't they not? Yes. Amen. So the angels came and they sat and we took care of them pretty good, didn't we? We fed them real good, didn't we? We took care of them real good. So the angels came to Lot, they sat in the house and they said, okay, I need you to gather your sons-in-laws, your daughters, wherever you got, all your family, and get up out of here. I said, okay. I said, but where we are is it's comfortable. We good right here. We good right here. We don't really want to go. Lot was really hesitant in leaving the bad place. And sometimes we are hesitant to leave the bad place because we're too comfortable with sitting in the bad place. But we don't realize that it's really the bad place. Sometimes the bad place can seem good, but it's really not good for you. God has more for you to do. But we get comfortable just staying right here. So, as he was telling Lot this, the people from the city was trying to hold Lot back. Not only that, he wanted to get to the angels. Hey, them men you took in, we want to see them. We want to meet with them. We want to get intimate with them. We want to have relations with them. How many of you know, and you can't have relations with all your friends?
That's right.
What do you mean by that? All your friends can't meet all your friends. Sometimes your friends got to be just your friends. Sometimes it's good, networking is good, but sometimes your friends just got to be your friends. Because they are sent to tell you something. It's not for everybody, it's just for you. Be careful with your friends. Know that they want money. Amen. All right. Once you get intimate with a new relationship or new friend, folks, they watch your fruit. They're making sure that you keep it in sync with what you're saying. Your lip service the same as your living service. People watching your fruit. Okay, so we know about relationships. Amen. So the angels came and said, okay, get your people out of here. Come on, let's get out of here. So Lot said, no, we don't want to go. We don't want to go. Got so bad, the angels took Lot and his family by the hand. We getting out of here. You got to get out of here. So I want you to go to the mountain. Lot said, going to the mountain, that's too hard. Going to the next level, that's too hard. Going somewhere I got to climb, I got to work up, that's too hard. How many of us say, sometimes that's just too hard? We want to say right here at the plane. I remember years ago, and it's time for me to visit again, not for what they do, because I like scenery. I want to visit Vegas again. So when we went to Vegas, the hotel that we were staying at, there was another hotel just down the block, right? And it was, it looked like it was about 3 blocks over. And I could get to that hotel because it had the pretty waterfall. I said, Carol, we can go over there. It's just a couple of blocks. By the time I walked them 3, I had to walk 3 more and 3 more. I'm like, well, it was just right there. But that's how it is in Vegas. The plane, it's a plane. It's a flat ground. So flat ground, it looks like it's just right there. It's just right, I mean, it's just right there. But it ain't right there. It's like 6, 9 blocks, 12 blocks, 15 blocks down the street. We walked so far. I'm telling you this true story. We walked so far. One of the girls we was with, her shoe, the sole of her shoe, we had to buy her some more shoes. It melted right on off. It melted. And that was in November. And it was hot. So things in our life that seem like, okay, God is telling me to do this. And it's okay. And I can do this right here. But those mountains he tells us to climb in, and those hard things he tells us to go forward, and we resistant about going. He said, no, that's what I want you to do. Yes. Go for the big thing. Yes. Go for the next level. But we want to just stay right here because it seems like it's easy. Oh, I can get there. I can do that. But God is really pulling more from you. He wants the more from you. And with us, sometimes we don't mind going through the process. Sometimes we don't mind.
That's right.
But we always want the progress.